Welcome to episode 26. I want to tell you that I'm thankful for you, that I appreciate you, that I hope everything's going well for you. I hope you had a great weekend. It's 11 o'clock on Sunday. Tired, long weekend, doing a lot of things, doing a lot of work, showing up for you guys. I made a couple of videos for you guys. Just want to continue to push this content out for you guys. If you guys are new, I'm doing a series of 180 days where I make basically videos where I show you exactly how I trade, how I look at the market. I've been trading for over 4 years. I have a pretty good market intuition, and I would say I know a little bit of what I'm doing. So, yeah, let's get into it. What are we gonna talk about today? I have to do my analysis for the week, so I wanted to bring you along with me on this and video it. So let's quickly start. So I already did 3 weeks worth, and I posted all those videos. They're like an hour long. I don't foresee this one being that long, but we shall see. So what I'm seeing over here is this a 3-month chart? Yeah, we're in January, so we're bullish. Right, we're continuing to be bullish. I don't know why I picked the 3-month chart, but that's a bit much. 3 months is a quarter. That's a quarterly chart. Yeah, it's fine. 1 month, we're still pretty bullish. We just swept the all-time high, which was 480. I'm looking for a correction. It's all a game of to see how long can we keep this up. I don't foresee us running too high. I foresee us going to maybe 500. Even if we may be bullish, I'm still expecting us to have some type of pullback just because, let's see, do I have equilibrium on this? No, I don't. Even if you would do a 50% retracement, it would probably be like here, 430, and that's a very big drop. If you were to take equilibrium of this move to this move, so 411 to 490, I would say like 450. I need to see some type of pullback to show that we are healthy. So is that going to play itself out in any time in the near future? Probably not, right? Do we know or can we control when that's going to happen? No. I'm just sharing my opinion and just a little bit of common sense, right? We went straight from 419 to 488. That's not normal, right? 408 to 490, that's not normal at all. So we had no pullback. So that's not normal at all. Anyway, the weekly is still bullish. So quarterly, weekly, monthly, weekly, we're all good as expected. That hasn't changed since last week. The daily, what's going on here? We had a few red candles, but we're not bearish, right? I would say, let me take these off. Right. So what I like to do is I like to put these parameters on. Parameters are just something I like to call it. I don't really like to call it levels. Because why? I just call it parameters. So this is like the range that I want to see price float in. This would be the daily range, the most recent high, the most recent low. So we're talking 482 to 489. Interesting. Okay, that's where I'm gonna do it. So I'm just gonna write that out. Right? So it's very simple. So why did I do that? Because I want to see if either side gets, like breached. So if we go below 482 or if we go above 49, that will give me an indication of what we're going to do. So then we're going to do the same thing, right? So for the 4-hour, the high would be over here, and the low would be here, right? So this is all I'm going to do, right? I'm just going to continue to do the same thing and make the range smaller and smaller, right? This would be what you would consider a break of structure, right? So that's all we're doing here. So this is 4-hour structure. We just did daily structure. We can do 2-hour. 2 hours should be roughly around the same thing. High. Yeah, high low here. You'll often notice that some things share sometimes share the same structure level. So H2, this is where this platform is a little bit more beneficial because it's just so favorable to man, what the heck. I'm literally complimenting, it's giving me issues. So yeah, it is pretty favorable to type things and move things and such. Okay, so I think it's a bit far off. I think, here would be good. It's all the way at February 5th. That's a bit far. I still need these in relevant terms to know what's going on. So now we've basically written out or draw out the structure for these time frames. We get to the 1 hour, which is the money time frame. So we can see on the 1 hour, and for anyone who doesn't really understand market structure and the way the market is trending, I'm right here, have no fear, and I will explain this to you. So let's get right into it. So the easiest way you can do this is to just okay. You just draw it out, right? So as you can see, we're continuing to make higher highs and higher lows, right? So that's the high, this is the low, right? And as you can see, we made a move down, right? But we never breached this point right here. So all this is still a bullish opportunity to take a buy and target this internal range over here. And if you were to do something like that, right, boom. Then right here, we didn't break structure again, right? We didn't go lower than this point or lower than this point. So because we're still playing within this parameter, this is a buying opportunity. This is aftermarket, so we can't buy there. And then this is, intraday, so we can buy there as well, right? And you can sell whenever the market decides to open again, and that would be it, right? So now that we have made a new higher point because we've closed higher than here, we're continuing to have bullish sentiment I'll just be nice and draw out all these things. So as you can see, the formation of the W's and the M's that I talk about in, the 26th video in a row about how these things work and how they move. So we see price comes all the way back here, right? So this is the high and this is the low. So the 1 hour is sharing the same structure points as the 2 hour, right? And we're seeing on the 1 hour that we're continuing to come down. They can move slight back up and then come back down again. All very interesting points. So what are we going to do now? I want to see. We are currently in a premium because we're at all-time highs. We're not at a discount. And I want to see if we make some type of, I would say, let me zoom in a little bit so I can put some supply zones and demand zones on this. I would say this would be the most recent one down here. So I'm going to hop down on the 30 because the candle on this is a little bit too big. So let's just do something a little bit like this. Right? And I'm just drawing these zones as a point of interest, right? Because when it comes into here, I'll be interested, right? I want to see what we're going to do. Is it an end all be all? No, because price can easily, and I think it'll most likely, it's already here, come down, sweep this piece, and then come back up. So that's one of the two possible options. Or well, yeah, we can that's what we'll probably most likely do, or we can run back up, sweep here, and then come back down to there. So that's kind of what we're looking at over here. So now to finalize this, what I'm going to do is go on the 15-minute, and then I'm just going to mark off the high and low of the previous day. So let's make this a bit smaller. Right, that's good. The candle before the move down. It's a bit tricky. Candle before the move down, would it be? You can argue it's here, or you can argue it's here. I'm going to use this piece over here. Right, so then I'm just gonna mark off previous day's high, right, and previous day's low, right. I know this is like the most you've ever seen me mark up my chart. Yes, I know, but all of it is to be super prepared for the morning, so that way, well, we don't know if we're gonna be right or wrong, and there's no way to tell, but we give ourselves the best possible chance, and that's all we can ask for. I think I explained this very clearly and easily, and I know that you can follow it because you're smart and good looking and funny and have all these nice qualities about yourself. So as you can see, it's really not that hard. It was zoomed in, it looked a little bit confusing, but let's quickly give you a summary of what happened. So all we did was we just drew lines on the structure levels for the daily, the 4 hour, the 2 hour, and the 1 hour, but they shared structure levels. So as you can see, look at this. It moved. Look at this. What a bad person. Can't believe you moved. I thought you were going to be fixed. Maybe TOS is better. So now that we've really gotten into these things, what did we do? Right? We see we're in a premium because we're at all-time highs, right? We want to see what price is doing. Prices continue to be bullish. Where we marked off what are the most recent parameters, right? On the daily, on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, right? We scaled down to the 30, right? We found the existing supply and demand zones from in the most recent few days, right? And it's highlighted by the box. I drew it so it's nice and simple for you. So now we're playing within the parameter on the 15 minutes. So this is the high and this is the low. So this is the 15-minute structure. Okay. So now what I want to see is I want to see price do one of the following two things. I want to see the price come back down and sweep this previous day's low, which I wrote PDLOW, previous day's low. I think that's very straightforward. And then tap back into this little box over here and make some type of 15-minute pattern, and I will be a very happy person to take that trade, and it may win or it may not win, but I would love to take that trade. Or price is going to come to this little area over here, which, this is just intuition speaking, so that's just, again, this is overnight sessions. I don't know what's going to happen. Price could either do one of the following two things. It could come down here, sweep, run to the top here, and then come back down, and then reaccumulate, and then make a new all-time high. Yeah, timestamp me. Or we can come up to here, right? Reject, come back down here, and then make an all-time high. Then come back down to here, probably come back down here, and then go back up. So a few different alternatives. Either way, once we can see it, we can understand what are the patterns on the 15-minute, what are the patterns on the 30 and the 1 hour and see when they're in confluence. When they're in confluence, what does confluence mean? It means when they're in alignment, when things are usually doing the same thing on many different time frames. That is when the light bulb goes off. That is when trading is easy. You do not want to fight the trend. And that's it. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We want to see if we get a sweep below here, some type of accumulation when we tap into this previous demand zone area. And then we can run to here, right? And then we can see what happens from there. But ultimately, I would love to see us go back to there. And then we take it from there, right? We don't know what's going to happen, but we have our plan, we stick to it, we follow our process, and we just get it done. So once again, take care of yourself. Let me show my face so you guys can see me, if that works. But yeah, so oh yeah, that's that. And wish you guys good luck tomorrow. Hope you guys make money and take care of yourself, okay? Peace.